New York Times says that COVID-19 appears to present a smaller risk to children than many flu seasons. David Leonard, in an opinion article, wrote in the New York Times about the effect of children and parents. He crunched the numbers from the CDC over the past 3 years for flu and the effect that lockdowns have had on kids, the mental health struggles, the increasing suicide and overdose rate, and the learning and development gap we've had. Mr. Leonard was very careful in his article, which I appreciate, not to tell parents what to do. And I'm going to be very careful myself not to tell you what to do regarding your children and COVID. But as a father of children who have breathing issues and on regular medication, I'll admit that's something that's crossed my mind. What's the risk? Mr. Leonard said that children are 2 times more likely to die by drowning than to die by COVID, and 5 times more likely to die in the car than to die by COVID. He said if we're really concerned about making an impact on children, we should keep them away from water and cars, not isolated in their homes. Again, that's his opinion. Those are those numbers. You may agree or disagree. But he ends the article with this question. If everything at life has a risk, should COVID dominate our lives now? Trying to evaluate risk is challenging for parents who love children, but what should be forefront in our minds? Risk or reward? Maybe we need some comfort after thinking about all the risks and all the ways that we can die when we're normally not concerned about these things, and now we are. Psalm 111. He provides food for those who fear him. He remembers his covenant forever. Bring up that word covenant because the social covenant we had were all those things pre-COVID, that's kind of broken, sort of repairing. But covenants between humans can go quickly. You can play with my kids can be outside, we can do this or that. That can all change. Not with the Lord. He remembers his covenant forever, to send his son to suffer and die for you, to care for you, to know the hairs on your head and the worries in your heart. That covenant is not forgotten. That covenant is not erased by fear. That covenant is not removed for us. Like Mr. Leonard, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your children. You'll make wise decisions, I pray, as I pray I will as well. But big picture, remembering God's covenant, his faithful love, his promises to provide food for us and strength in the days ahead. Maybe that's more comforting in our mind than all the risk we can look at in this world and have no control over.